Rashi explains that Yaakov prepared for his reunion with his brother Esav in three ways. La Doron, L'Tfilah, U'Milchama. In our language, we would say he prepared La Doron for a gift for diplomacy, L'Tfilah with prayer, and L'Milchama prepared himself for war. He prepared to offer Esav diplomacy, a gift, in order to make the reunion pleasant and for Esav to feel good about it. He prepared with prayer, and he prepared, if all else failed, for Milchama, to fight, to protect his family, and to go on the offensive against Esav. Certainly diplomacy and war and prayer are integral elements of our experience today as the state of Israel finds itself in battle against all of its enemies. But I want to look and note that both diplomacy and war are just as much preparations as tefillah. We sometimes think that tefillah is the way in which we hand our lot up to Hashem, which is true. It's a recognition that we require God's help and everything happens because it is God's will. But the fact that Rashi lists tefillah along with diplomacy and war indicates that from Rashi's perspective and from our perspective, we should view tefillah, prayer, as hishtadlut, as effort in its own sake. We prepare doing whatever we can do, both in terms of our physical efforts as well as our spiritual efforts. This is not so hard for us to understand. After all, in many ways today, what is our hishtadlut but to reach out for help? What is my hishtadlut when I have a flat tire? I call AAA. What is my hishtadlut when I have a leak in my pipe? I call a plumber. We understand in the world, in the interconnected world that we live in, that an integral aspect of hishtadlut, of effort, is seeking help, acknowledging that we need help, and turning to those who can provide that help. That's what tefillah is. Tefillah is a type of hishtadlut. Tefillah is a type of effort on our part, where we humbly say, we can't do it alone. Hashem, we turn to you, and that's what Yaakov did. He did all he could in terms of gifts, diplomacy, and preparing for war, and then he says, Hashem, I've done what I can. I turn to you and acknowledge that I can't do it alone. I need your help as well. What Yaakov did in his reunion with Esav is the approach we should always take. We need to do our part. We need to put in our effort in warfare and diplomacy and whatever efforts we can do, but then recognize and acknowledge we can't do it alone. We need Hashem's help. Wishing you a wonderful Shabbos.